What's going on, guys? Welcome to Korea Wood, next episode about Ubuntu series. Today we're gonna learn a few things, few other commands in command line. I should say Linux commands. So like I explained to you guys before, that sudo is super do and is root. So sudo is root. With the root you can execute, install, delete, and you can modify any file in your computer or software. So with the sudo you can do all these things, but if you're not sudo, forget about it, you can't do anything. So I'll put a sudo is the main thing in Linux world. So it's super do, it means you've got all the privilege of the administrator, of the one who's got authority of over your desktop or whatever. So today we are going to learn how to make directories, few other commands about directories. Sorry, my thing's a bit spelling. Okay, so we go. So how do we go inside the directories? We've got a home directory, we've got a download directory. So we've got a home directory, we've got a downloads, we've got a files, we've got a documents, and we've got a videos, we've got a pictures. It's the same like Windows, I believe. So now how do we go to one of these directories? So if you want to go, say I want to go to documents, with the documents we use a cd at the shell, at our terminal. We use cd to change directory. It means it's change directory. So directory, yeah. So it's a change directory. So with this command we can move along all the directories, we can come back from directories, we can go further inside the directory, we can jump up inside the directory. So if I want to go, say I want to go to the documents directory, okay. So what I'll do is that I'll press alt control alt T is for terminal. I'm gonna call terminal to come and assist me. So I'm gonna do with the Linux. One thing I forgot to tell you, with the Linux we do everything from terminal. If you know all the commands, we can do as you can even run your search engine from the terminal. It doesn't matter, you can run all your files, you can make files, you can delete files, you can go inside the directories, you can even do edit your files. You can open the text even inside the command line. You can open text with nano and vim, which I'm going to teach you in future lessons. You can do anything. You can even run your spider search engine, which I'm going to teach you guys. You can run you can see what's going on inside your computer. You can do anything. So the command line is main, but with the command lines you need the privileges of the sudo. So sudo, if you don't use sudo, you can't do anything. So what we do is that we learn cd, and this is tilde. We do use tilde and backslash. We go to documents. Okay, so cd tilde, this one, and documents. I'm gonna copy this. Okay, so see there you guys see I'm in documents. So I'm gonna put this here. Okay, we don't need this part. This one, this dollar sign is this one here. so you don't see it, but there is a dollar sign here. It's hidden, as you can see here. This is the one, the dollar sign. So this is the dollar sign. I'm going to explain in the future. I don't want to confuse you guys, but eventually I'm going to explain why there is a dollar sign. With the programming and everything, you need to know why there is a stuff there and why these things happen. So if we learn today a CD, at the old days, it took for the scientists or computer programmers, it took months just to create this CD, just to put inside the computer system. So, and every now and then they announce that, oh, we invented this CD command. So all the programmers follow this CD, and then they started that they went to announce that we invented LS. So what is LS? LS is list. It's the same like Windows DOS. LS, it means I've got a doc inside my thing. So there you go. Inside the documents, I've got a docs, the docs directory here. So I've got it here. It means I've got a docs here. That's it. So there is a two-way to create your directory. The first way is a graphical user interface. If you go there and it says create a folder, I'm gonna put a my GUI folder. Okay, so there you go. I've got my GUI folder, and if I go inside the GUI folder, I don't see anything but any other options. But if I go in my terminal, if I go mkdir my terminal folder. Okay, there you go. So my GUI folder, which I created from here, and my terminal folder, which is here. So as you guys see that with the mkdir we can create a directory. Say it's the same as in Python. If you go in Python, it's the same, exactly same in the programming. So I know this thing's giving me error, but because this command things is not inside this word processor. So mkdir, I'm gonna make it big and I'm gonna put it in dictionary, so it's not giving us error. Okay, so CD is a change directory. So we went to CD to documents, yeah, and this is the documents. Okay, LS means list. Okay, mkdir is short for make directory folder, So mkdir, my terminal folder, as you guys see, my terminal folder is here. So how did we go inside my terminal folder? We go again, so CD my terminal folder. Now we go to terminal folder and we see LS. It means I want to see what's inside. There is nothing inside, so it's empty. My terminal folder, see, as you guys see, the folder is empty. So how do we create the file? So with the file we use touch my first file. There you go, my first file. As you guys see, my first file is here. So we go here. You can scroll up, you can make it wide, your terminal, you can stretch it, you can do anything with your terminal. So you can do the whole screen. If you don't want to do, you can do little resize it. The one thing cool with the Linux is that it can process 10, 15 terminal, even 20, 100 terminals at the same time. So with this terminal, if you want to create something, downloading something from internet, which I'm going to show you how to download stuff from YouTube or from internet through terminal, you can do it in one terminal. You can download one movie, and with another terminal you can download another one, with another terminal you can download another, and so forth and so forth. I'm going to show you another ones which how you open 10 terminals inside one terminal. That's a bit complicated, but I don't want to confuse you guys, you know. Okay, we were here touch. It means we created our the first file. So touch my first file. Touch my first file. Touch is the one which makes the file, creates the file, creates the files. Okay, so mkdir, my folder. Okay, so we go here, and mkdir is make directory, make directory. Okay, so cd is change directory, cd documents, we go to the directory ls. It means it's a list, show us the list. mkdir, if you guys done a Python or any other programming language, it's the same thing, mkdir. And touch is you make file. So touch, you create the file, mkdir, and you make directory. So inside the directory. So now my first file. Okay, so there you go, my terminal folder, and inside my first file. Inside my first file, if you go and see, my first file is empty. There is nothing inside. So how do we create the things inside my first file? Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys nano sudo nano my first file. What is nano? Nano is built-in file directory. So now, because we added sudo here and we want to write something on the file, we have to put a sudo, otherwise it won't give us any permission to do that. So we put our password. Now that's the nano. I'm gonna explain the nano in the next episode. What is nano and how do we do that? Nano is a very simple inbuilt, as you can say, the text editor. You can do all your commands there. So this is my first line in the nano text editor. Okay, so I'm gonna put a few things here. So this one, it means control X means exit, control X means exit, control G means get help, control O means write to save it, read file is control R, control W is where is if you want to file something. If you go say bump up to huge file and it's so confusing, you can't find anything, then you can see this one. So control backslash is replace, and this one is cut text, this was uncut text, so it's like undo and redo. Okay, this is justify, and this one to spell, and this one if you don't know how to spell you can do control T, and this undo redo. Okay, we go here, and if you press control X we exit, and it says that if you press yes we're going to save the file, otherwise we're going to discard the file. So what do you want to do? We press Y, and file name to write is my first file. It says, are you sure you want to write to your first file? Yes, I'm very sure. So say It's reload. Okay, as you guys see, that's whatever we wrote here is inside this one. This also same thing as text editor. So I'm going to explain. I don't want to confuse you guys with the two text editor at the same time, but I thought it's necessary for you guys to learn to get your hands dirty on the things on nano text editor, because it's super important, and how to write your files through command lines and how to give permission. One thing, if you guys don't put this sudo and you go inside your command line directory, it won't give you permission, it won't save. So just to remind you guys. So there you go. I'll go and check this one. This is my first line in the nano text editor, and if I close this and if I go again, nano, my first file, and there you go, you see my first things here. So that's nano. If you guys go to nano, is a text editor, is GNU nano. If you go to any Ubuntu flavor, any Ubuntu, Kubuntu, whatever, Fedora, if you go there, you can still see this nano. Nano is everywhere. So because it's inbuilt inside the shell, and you can open your files, you can close your files, you can do anything you want from the terminal. So there you go. And we again press Control X and exit, because this time the reason it didn't ask us to save, because we already saved our file, so you don't need the file. Okay, so today we learn, I'm going to explain in future tutorials more in depth about nano. I don't want to confuse you guys, like so if you go in our terminal, we see nano, sudo nano my first file. So sudo and nano my first file. If we copy this and if we type here, okay, so far we go again and we see the sudo is super do. It means you've got a root privilege, and you can do modify, you can execute, install, delete, modify, you can do whatever you want inside the directory. CD is change directory, cd tilde this documents is go inside, and ls it means it's a list, show us the list. mkdir is make directory. If you guys familiar with Python and other programming languages, exactly same thing is mkdir to make the terminal folder, so directory. And touch is to make a file, to create the file. So nano is an inbuilt text editor. Okay, so nano is terminal text editor, terminal text editor. That's it. So nano is just remember, nano is a terminal text editor. It's exactly like Vim. If you guys know what I'm talking about, Vim is also a text editor. So in future videos I'm going to show you the different command line text editors, but the more famous ones is this nano and Vim. I've seen a lot of programmers and experts, they use nano and Vim. They both, because Vim is a lot easier, because Vim's got a line number, but nano, my favorite is nano. Nano is also very good. So yeah, in a future videos I'm going to explain more in depth nano and Vim, and we go further and we explore further the world of Linux. I'll see you guys at the next episode, the next video. Bye.